It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everyone is doing well on this Tuesday evening. No intro, of course. For those of y'all that have been asking where the intros have gone, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm running out of mother effing music for y'all, okay? Like that's the real deal. I done played pretty much my entire catalog, and I'm getting to a point where it's like I'm even getting tired of hearing some of these joints. So I'm kind of coming in straight in just to get to the information and the news and everything like that. But understand, trust and believe, the intros are not gone for good. They will be back soon. I'm also working on all new music. I have a new project that's on the way. I have not been talking about it because I wanted to really get into the meat and potatoes of it, get my own title together, get the whole concept together before I start talking about it. We have all that now, but it ain't gonna drop till next year. But just know more music is on the way, so you don't have to hear repeats of older stuff. But yeah, just letting y'all know. Now, in today's show, we're gonna be getting into Piers Morgan coming out and issuing an apology to Beyonce and Jay-Z. I'm sure a lot of people never expected that to happen. Well, hell, I guess has frozen over, right? Of course, we know Jaguar Wright was recently on the Piers Morgan show, and she put out a lot of speculation. She put out a lot of allegations. She put out a lot of pretty inflammatory statements about people in the industry, namely Diddy. She went at Jay-Z. She went at some other people that are kind of smaller than them, but those are like the main folks, right? She said that Jay-Z and Beyonce are basically like a deadly couple, nasty. They do things to people behind the scenes that nobody would ever believe, and all of these different things. She didn't go into any specifics, but she said that she had victims that were willing to come forward and all different type of stuff. None of that has been substantiated as of yet, and it seems that Piers Morgan has been reached out to by Jay-Z and Beyonce's lawyer to clear some things up, and on the heels of that, he's issued an apology. We're going to get into Diddy's mother coming out and issuing a statement of her own on behalf of her child. You might have to let that seed go, baby. That one, it bared all the fruit that it possibly could in this lifetime. I think that tree is now losing its roots, okay? But we're going to get into what Diddy's mother had to say, and then we're going to get off of all of the negativity and the nastiness of the entertainment business, and then get into GloRilla with her Tracklist now being out. Of course, her project will be dropping this week, so it's very timely. She will also be performing on the BET Hip Hop Awards stage. She's one of the primary acts that has been booked this year, and I'm expecting for her to go out there and kill it. She's been doing great performances all year. She's done tour with Megan Thee Stallion, got her chops up. This will be her second project of the year. She's got a lot of momentum going for her, and she's earning the hype. Okay, so we're going to get into all those things. First off, let's get into Piers Morgan and this apology to Jay-Z and Beyonce, because I know that's what everybody's here for. All right, so give me a moment and we will be right here. All right, cool. It's very short.
Well, Jack, you were right, unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with a legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
All right, so there we have it from Piers Morgan himself. Seemed a little bit, defeated perhaps. He was getting his rocks off. I mean, this was a very explosive interview for his channel, for his everything that he's building with his empire. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, honestly, that was the whole play in platforming Jaguar Wright. This man didn't know who the fuck she was. Somebody on his team probably was doing their intel on the internet. Like, okay, who else is out there that can speak about this Diddy situation in a way that we can? Who can blow this thing up? Who could give us that black market? Because how many of us are really watching Piers Morgan on a regular basis anyway, right? So they get Jaguar, who's been doing a promo tour of just straight villainy for a couple years now. We don't got to get all the way into Jaguar, right? Some people believe in what she says. A lot of people believe in what she says. In my last video covering her when she went on the show, I showed y'all how she put out all these inflammatory comments about other people. And then she released some of her own talking about how she was a pimp and she was sending prostitutes into dangerous situations for her own financial gain, allegedly. And she was getting invited to these events and shows with these celebrity men, sending these young women in to have sexual encounters, but also putting them in harm's way because she allegedly knew the type of, nasty things that these entertainers, these men in entertainment do behind the scenes. So why would you subject that to somebody else, right? So honestly, I don't believe none of what she's saying. I don't believe she had the prostitutes, and I don't believe she knows too much about the people that she talks about, right? If you happen to side with Jaguar, that is your prerogative. But if you come on my channel being disrespectful, I'm going to get right with your ass, all right? I'm going to just let you know that straight up. You can believe who you want to believe. I ain't disrespecting nobody. Don't come over here disrespecting me because I know my foot work well to get in the ass, all right? Now, when it comes to Jay-Z and Beyonce, they've remained pretty quiet, and I don't see no reason that they wouldn't, right? Because let's just go ahead and put this on the table. Now that Piers Morgan has issued this apology, how many people are actually going to feel like satisfied with that, right? How many people are going to be satisfied with the statement issued from their attorney stating that all of the allegations that were stated on that show are completely false and unfounded, right? The people that love Jay-Z and Beyonce are going to feel like, all right, I already knew that. There's nothing, you know what I'm saying? Much to do about nothing right there. It was already known. They should have never spoke on it. Never had to speak on it, right? But then you have the people, the conspiracy theorists. You have the people that really want to see them go down for whatever reason. They're bloodthirsty and can't even tell you why, right? The only reasons that they have as to why Jay-Z and Beyonce should go down is from some Dungeons and Dragons ass idea that they've just been striking terror across the entertainment industry for the last 20 some odd years. And there's no actual facts to support any of those theories. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not the one that's going to say people are just kind of envious of the rich and famous, and they kind of exemplify the highest form of richness and fame. I'm not the person that says that, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that believe that that's the source of these people's issue. I don't know. And if you ask them, typically they don't have a reason either. They just say, these are evil people, they need to go down. And then they'll start coming out with all types of stuff that has not been supported with any facts. You know, I told y'all years ago, like 2008-ish, 2009, I went through the same thing on YouTube, right? I watched all types of weird-ass, funny-ass, crazy content, all the different funny symbols and fucking just nasty-ass, weird shit, Baphomet videos, all that shit. And it had Jay-Z, it had Beyonce, it had Diddy, it had Dr. Dre, it had all the top people, you know what I'm saying, that you could possibly think of, especially in hip-hop and the music videos and whatnot. And I will say some of the imagery and symbolism in those music videos are strange. I'm not going to act like everything is all peachy keen. But when it comes to putting allegations on people and saying that they've done XYZ to somebody or they did this, you can't just come up with it off of some person who you can't even verify their identity giving you information and then you just running with it, right? So if or when or however this plays out, if these motherfuckers go down one day and everything comes true, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be like, we told y'all. It ain't no we told y'all. It's the goddamn feds did their investigation and found what they needed to find. All right? So until actual victims come out, speak boldly, put their proper lawsuits in or whatever they got to do, let that happen. Let it run its course. Until then, what do y'all really want, man? You're just going to consume your life with that shit forever? Best wishes to you. All right. Now, for somebody who's literally going down, somebody who's literally being cornered, somebody who really does not have a leg to fucking stand on is Diddy. And I feel like a lot of the stuff that's happening, I know people are tired of Diddy as a subject. I'm tired of Diddy as a subject. But as of today, he is the monster that's under the gun. Jay-Z and Beyonce are purely speculative. Right? So Diddy's mom comes out and she says that her son is not the monster that the media has painted him to be. Oh my God. Word on the street is that you're right there with him. But let's just go. Janice Smalls Combs. Smalls Combs? Is that your real name? Or did you put that in your name from Biggie Smalls? Let me keep going. Janice Smalls Combs, the mother of Sean Combs, through her undersigned counsel and on the behalf of the Combs family, releases the following statement. She says, I come to you today as a mother that is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son, Sean Combs. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. To bear witness what seems to be like a public lynching of my son before he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. Like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court to finally share his side and to prove his innocence. I am not here to portray my son as perfect because he is not. He has made mistakes in his past, as we all have. My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel surveillance showed otherwise. Why are you trying to brush that under the motherfucking rug like that ain't serious, like that ain't real, like that ain't harmful? That's the lie that broke all this shit open, miss. What are you talking about? You should have kept this to yourself. This is why speaking against certain things, even justifying certain things, you are putting your foot in your mouth and his, although he might like it. Let's keep going. She says, sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricocheting effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt. No, ma'am. The video leaked out. We saw what the fuck he did. And you're out here trying to excuse it. And you're excusing it because you know this is his character. You know this is his character because you've been calling this motherfucker Puffy since he was a child. You're the one that gave him the nickname for huffing and puffing, having anger management issues. You are the one that bred this motherfucker. You rose him to whom he is. And you're still backing him. I understand that's your child. No one wants to turn their back on their child. But he's a grown-ass man today. And he's going to have to live and go through his trials and tribulations and atone for his sins. And if you're involved with that shit intertwined some way, which I do believe you are, because why was y'all getting them motherfucking IVs, the same IVs that people are saying in them lawsuits that he uses to replenish his victims after taking them and depleting them of their energy and drugging them? Talking about how he take you out to the strip club to have a good time. I'ma get down too. I ain't no hater. Then y'all literally kissed on the lips after he said it. Yeah, I'm prone to believe you into that weird shit too. Let me keep going because you got some more bullshit to feed us. She says, it is important to recognize that none of us, regardless of our status, are immune to fear or mistakes. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and the grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongfully convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what the society considers to be a good person. No, they were just wrongfully convicted. And yes, a lot of people went to jail for being the wrong complexion of protection, right? Nobody's locking your weak ass son up for his blackness. Nobody's locking his ass up for no mistaken identity, No, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. His shit is just so deeply buried into the ground. These storms have hit, and shit that he thought would never come to the surface has bubbled up. Accept it or don't. This statement don't mean shit. She says, history has showed us how individuals can be wrongfully convicted due to their past actions or mistakes. Ma'am, please do not use the hardships of real everyday people who have gone down and wasted years of their life due to the justice system mislabeling, wrongfully convicting them. They don't go through what your son is. He ain't been through what they're going through. There's people out there that have had to live 20, 30 years in prison off of some shit they never did. If any of the truth pertaining to Cassie is real, his ass should have been behind bars years ago. And we saw him literally beat her down. We saw him drag her by her hair. We saw him throw a vase in her direction, a glass vase that exploded on the wall, which led to cuts on her. But what would have happened if it would have hit her? This is the same activity that we saw Don Richard come out and say that he threw a motherfucking frying pan at her ass while she was trying to cook him breakfast. I'm prone to believe if he'll throw a vase, he'll throw a motherfucking frying pan. Miss Janice, you should be disappearing into oblivion. You should be wherever Elon Musk is trying to get to space. Your ass should be trying to find a one-way ticket to wherever he's going. Because if you think this statement you putting out is going to save your son, it's not even going to save your soul. And you still going. Talking about watching the world make jokes and laugh at my son's life crumbling before our eyes is something I can never forget. Whose life crumbled before your eyes, Biggie? And y'all tried to monetize off that. Y'all crumbled a lot of people's lives financially, and your weak ass non-contributing to nothing that ever happened in a musical studio. You gotten publishing off of people's hard work. How the fuck are you eating off people's hard work and your ass ain't never been in no goddamn studio making no beats, no rhymes, no lyrics, no singing melodies, no nothing? I mean, people already said your son don't do shit, but you don't even be there. So yeah, if we gonna have some entertainment on the downfall of your family name, you best believe that's just what the fuck it is. You got me hot, ma'am. She says, it is truly agonizing to watch the world turn against my son so quickly and easily over lies and misconceptions without ever hearing his side or affording him the opportunity to present his side. These lies thrown at him are motivated by those seeking a financial gain and not justice. Yeah, because up until recently, nobody was willing to even open up these cases. It took for a crack in the system for them to say, hey, we can financially compensate people for crimes that were committed outside the statute of limitations. That is why people are able to even get a financial gain off of it. She says, these individuals saw how quickly my son's civil legal team settled his ex-girlfriend's lawsuit, so they believe they can receive a quick payday by falsely accusing my son. False allegations of SA thwart the true victims of sexual violence from getting the justice they deserve. To make matters worse, the federal government is now using these lies to prosecute my son. This injustice has been unbearable for our family. The worst part of this ordeal is watching my beloved son be stripped of his dignity, not for what he did, but for what people choose to believe about him. I ask his supporters, fans, colleagues, friends, and the public to not judge him before you've had the chance to hear his side. I beg you to think about those who have been wrongfully persecuted, to remember that not everyone who has made mistakes in life deserves to have their entire existence judged by a single action or a few mistakes. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be, and he deserves the chance to tell his side. I can only pray that I'm alive to see him speak his truth and be vindicated. Respectfully submitted on the behalf of Janice Smalls Combs and the Combs family. There's so much more I could say to you, ma'am, but out of respect for an elder, I'll leave it alone. Because to say you pray that you're alive to see him speak his truth, You better hope you see him alive again. Okay? Now, in the midst of what she had to say about that, they say that Diddy's key to Miami Beach is soon to be revoked, just like the one in New York was. What I'm trying to understand is why it took so long for Miami Beach to catch on. As soon as that video hit the streets, the revocation should have happened. What the fuck is going on? They say, according to TMZ, city officials are in the final stages of negotiating the rescindment of Diddy's honorary key. In 2015, former Miami Beach Mayor Philip Levine granted Diddy with the key during a Revolt festival. What's crazy is that in June of this year, Diddy's key to New York was revoked following the release of a video where he physically abused his ex-girlfriend Cassie. Yeah. Miami, what the fuck y'all got going on, man? I mean, I know y'all got storms and stuff hitting y'all, but damn, y'all y'all got molasses in your motherfucking asses. What's going on? And this is why I take the Jay-Z shit so serious. It's not that I'm like trying to protect Jay-Z, because there's nothing I can do to protect a nigga that got more than me. Shit, if anything, I need protection, bitch. But it's like, we have enough on Diddy. Let that nigga fall. Don't nobody, like, right now, if they have, let's just say this. If the federal government starts pulling tapes, pulling real life, real shit that can be produced in front of human eyes to say, oh my God, these people were involved. Jay-Z, Beyonce, whoever else you want to throw in there. At that point, whew, it's over. What's this? It's over. It's over now, move over. It's my turn now, move over. The game shut down. Sorry. If it's like that, we get it to that point, man. Hey, man, you can't do shit but accept it. But until we get that, let this nigga fry in that nice deep fryer. You know what I'm saying? And let his ass go like fucking whiting. Whoosh. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody else involved, if the case gets blown up and half of Hollywood gotta burn with them, burn, baby, burn. It is what it is. But we got enough evidence on this nigga. We can get around to everybody else. And we will. Because the feds don't play. And his best bet is to try to throw some other motherfuckers out there to say, hey, these people put me up to it. This person got to get, hey, I got texts, I got emails, I got this, I got that. Man, these motherfuckers put me to it, man. They said they were going to do this to me and my kids if I ain't do this shit, man. Let them come out and say that. But there is a such thing as due process. So we'll get to everybody else. And I'm sure, you know, the funny thing is everybody's like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Beyonce. What happens when some motherfuckers that you really love, because it ain't just 2 people on them tapes. It ain't just 3 people on them tapes. They nigga got 20 plus years of tapes. 20 plus years of Warpath. So some of these motherfuckers that you be moving and grooving to, while y'all trying to throw other motherfuckers in the game, wait till your faves are in. Put me in the game, ghost. Yeah, you in the game, bitch. Cling. Y'all ain't gonna be so happy about that shit. I'm still gonna listen to their music though. They gave me so much music. Oh my God. Please don't cancel me for playing the music like you motherfucking R. Kelly motherfuckers. But the music though, I separated from them. Nah, nigga, once them niggas come out, once everybody get their motherfucking feet to the fire. Don't be trying to act like a DJ then. Let the shit go. Y'all ain't gonna like that shit. Anyway, we're gonna get off the fuck shit and get to Miss GloRilla. Alright? Now, GloRilla has come out and given us the track list for her album, Glorious album, mixtape, whatever the fuck it is. Dropping this Friday. And here we have, let's see. Lotto's gonna be on there. She's on track 3, Procedure. Sexy Red is gonna be on there. So everybody who been out here trying to say, oh, Sexy Red took over GloRilla's spot. Sexy Red moved GloRilla out the way. Well, they got a collab now. So everybody could be happy and turn the fuck up and get ratchet with their friends. All right. They got a song called What You Know About Me. We got Money Long on there. Don't Deserve. That's gonna be nice. You know, because you know Money Long, she like to do that R&B. She like to get grown and sexy with it. So that's gonna be an interesting lane to see GloRilla tap into. You know, she been glowing up on her own in her imagery and shit. We got Rain Down on Me featuring Kirk Franklin, Chandler Moore, Kiera Sheard, and Maverick City Music. So that's the Kirk Franklin gospel collab that Glo has been alluding to for a while. She's always wanted to work with Kirk Franklin. You know, she was raised in a household where she had to listen to mostly Kirk Franklin and gospel music, so she has a very emotional connection to what he's produced. That's going to be interesting to see what lane they go in sound wise. Got Megan Thee Stallion on there with How I Look. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna continue to run. I already know that shit finna bang, but we gonna see. Hopefully they don't let me down. You got Bossman D-Lo on there with Step. You got T-Pain on there with I Love Her, which I'm quite sure is gonna be another R&B-ish record. And then they got Queen of Memphis featuring Friday. And you know, Friday, he comes through with them powerhouse vocals. You know how he do. So that's gonna be interesting. She got 15 of them motherfuckers on there. Glorious. I'm ready for it, man. You know, I like Glo. I like how she been carrying herself. She been sticking to the script all year. She ain't really been doing she been doing an adequate amount of talking, but she ain't been talking too much. She been showing out. She been dropping records, dropping videos. She's kept herself out there and taking herself to the next level. I'm actually proud of Glo. Speaking of her, she will be one of the main acts hitting the stage at the BET Hip Hop Awards, which will be airing next Tuesday, October 15th. She will be hitting the stage. Young Miami will also be hitting the stage. They also have 310 Baby, 2 Chainz, Big Boogie, Bossman D-Lo, E40, Juicy J, Roscoe Dash, Soulja Boy, and Trina on the lineup. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that lineup doesn't really move me all that much. I like Glo. It's cool for Young Miami because she's had a rough year. You know, QC hasn't even been supporting the release of her music. I don't know what the hell she finna perform. She finna go up there. No makeup. No makeup. Please don't do that fucking song. Your best bet is to goddamn reach out to JT and see if y'all could rekindle the old flame. But for Young Miami's sake, this will be an opportunity for her to get a positive light on her for something, right? 310 Baby is popular. 2 Chainz, I don't even know, you know, I fuck with Chainz, man. I fuck with Chainz. Me and Chainz used to live in the same neighborhood. He used to pull up in it, goddamn, think of the time he had the 645 and shit. This was still when he was going by Titty Boy. You know, so I've always been happy for 2 Chainz, happy that he got out of that DTP situation, went solo, did his mixtape, put the money up. He did everything he was supposed to do. Do I think he should be a performer at the 2024 BET Hip Hop Awards? No. But the fact that he's still here, he's still persevering, he's still successful, rich, doing it his way, I fucks with that. Big Boogie, I don't even know who you are. Bossman D-Lo, I mean, he got some joints that people care about, but he's not a performer. E40 is a legend. Juicy J's a legend. I hope Juicy J goes up there and does some of his new shit, because he got this jazz infused album type shit he did. That shit actually fire. Niggas ain't talked enough about that jazz shit Juicy J did. That tribute record he did for Gangsta Boo and them, like, that shit was nice. Roscoe Dash, boy, y'all digging deep into graves. Soulja Boy, come on, man. Trina, please tell me y'all gonna have a 2024 version of this lineup to be released at some point, because what the fuck year are we in for that? Fat Joe will be hosting the annual ceremony for the 3rd consecutive year. They say, but with a caveat. Instead of taking place at its usual stomping grounds in Atlanta, the BET Hip Hop Awards will be at Dre's nightclub. Well, where the fuck is Dre's nightclub? Oh, Vegas. Okay. They say Joe Crack is back for the 3-peat. It's been a dream to host the BT Hip Hop Awards for the past few years, and I'm looking forward to taking things to the next level in Las Vegas. We're going to be in a new city and location, but the excitement and entertainment at the awards will be even bigger than ever. That's a statement from Joey Crack himself. We've talked about the nominations that will be on the show, but we'll go over them once more, at least the primary ones. So from an award perspective, Megan Thee Stallion leads the way with 12 nominations, followed by Kendrick Lamar with 11 and Drake with 8. Nicki Minaj, GloRilla, Cardi B, and Metro Boomin each have 7 nominations of their own. Future and Travis Scott are close behind with 6. Travis Scott, in addition to his nominations, will be honored with the prestigious I Am Hip Hop Award. Did y'all have no one else to give the I Am Hip Hop Award? Because where on earth has Travis Scott been an I Am Hip Hop candidate? I mean, he's a hip hop artist, but when I see Travis Scott, do I think hip hop? Absolutely not. The fuck is going on? They say this recognition underscores his creative genius, cultural contributions, and incredible talent, which have catapulted him to the top of the game as one of the most innovative forces in music and popular culture, says BET in a press release. That must have been like, they must have made calls around like, can we guarantee your presence? Niggas was like, no, I can't guarantee that I'm gonna show up. Travis Scott, can you be here? We will give you an I Am Hip Hop Award. Just show up, please. Please. He said, yeah, I'll think about it. Please, we'll give you the award. We'll say you got creative genius, cultural contributions, incredible talent, all things we know are just kind of stretches of your imagination. All you got to do is show up and make sure that your hair is freshly braided. He said, straight up. God damn, man. Y'all gotta put together a better show, man, so I can stop roasting the fuck out of y'all, man. I actually want to see BET do well. They've been calling y'all the EBT Awards. I take umbrage to that shit. I grew up watching BET. But goddamn, y'all better have some good ciphers. Y'all better have some damn good ciphers. And don't play them stale ass beats. Don't play them, man. Don't have, bruh, if y'all got DJ Premier, DJ Drama, any motherfucker with DJ in front of their name and they playing some stale ass beats, why bring legendary DJs if they gonna play stale beats? Let them niggas get busy. Let them niggas play some hip hop shit. Let motherfuckers, like, dog, let me calm down. Let me know what y'all think of all of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming, I swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.